When I look at my nephew, all I see is love. I mean, I just want to be there for him, take care of him, help him out, encourage him to do what's right. He lives with me 24/7, and I mean, it's just, I love it. When he gets old enough to realize, and I can tell him the story and he can see, and I hope that's going to be an inspiration for him to see, like, you literally came here with nothing, took me in, and you raised me right. I want him to see and be his role model. Very proud of that.
And I think for him to step up and be there as a father figure for his nephew, some people don't have that second chance in life.
All right, guys, we got our last 40. Let's finish strong. It's our last class. Remember, you're only as good as your last dish, and it's been a pleasure with you guys. For me, it was leaving Lafayette. I was getting into trouble. Some of my old friends there weren't really encouraging me to do better, and I realized at my life that I was in a standstill and I wasn't going anywhere. I was just like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just stuck right here. And, you know, I'm keeping myself alive, but at the same time, I'm slowly going down.
So he moved here and he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do. You know, he wanted to know if he wanted to go back to school, and he wasn't sure, you know, trying to find a job, working at jobs, and none of them was satisfying to him. So my husband, which is Sam Young, was working, and he loved to cook on the grill. He
just loved to cook, and he had the passion for it. My uncle was like, well, they have a program called Second Helpings. Got into Second Helpings, and my whole life changed. We had a real special bond, and then he passed away in a car crash. It was hard for me because he was there for me through it all, and he's the one that actually brought me here to do the things that I did. I mean, part of it, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today. Hello. When I walked through that first door, it was like you just felt it. I mean, it's not a normal feeling. It was like a feeling of home, but at the same time, a feeling of success. When I first walked in here, I was uncertain, didn't know anything where I was going. And then, you know, came every day, I got in there and I found like, hey, I could do this. This is what I'm good at cooking. I like this. So yeah, a lot of emotion comes through. I'm very proud to say I'm a graduate of Second Helpings. I would say to sum Second Helpings up, it's like being in the ocean. Second Helpings is that life raft. And then they finally get you to the boat, and then you just realize, wow, there's people here that care, there's people here that help you. So like some of the things you did when you first go there, like they gave me bus tokens to get to Second Helpings, and they give you financial literacy class. They took us to a place to get a suit, so you have a suit so you can look nice when you go to interviews. Like they help you along the whole way. I watched him go from boy to manhood, and to find a love that kept him off the streets, kept him out of trouble, turned him around to do something better for the community. I just thank God for Second Helpings, and I think it gave him a second chance. I didn't have a job when I was going through Second Helpings, so there was a point in time when I lived off of ramen noodles for a little bit. And you know, one meal does everything for you. To know that you're not going to be hungry, I mean, that's why I love Second Helpings, and that's why it's always going to be a part of me.
You heard Frank's story. When you make a gift to Second Helpings, you're investing in people like Frank. Second Helpings rescues 2.5 million pounds of food a year. It keeps that food out of landfills and protects our environment. And we make sure that that food goes to good use at more than 90 other not-for-profit agencies. All in all, it saves our community more than $5.5 million in food costs every year.
Just a couple of months ago, I heard about a young girl who was referred to one of our health centers by her school nurse, who, because the girl had been losing weight steadily, thought that she might have an eating disorder. It turns out that she was taking her school lunch home every day to feed a younger sibling. These stories hurt. And that's why I'm grateful for the work of Second Helpings in our community. And I'm grateful to have the opportunity to support it. You've heard stories of your own, and that's why you're here tonight. It bothers you. You want to do something to help, and for that, we're grateful.